Ladies and gentlemen of the WPW world, it's time for the next level of the Q&A sessions with the admins. Today, you get to have it with yours truly. I am the franchise. I am Matt Minnick. So on that note, let's get to some of your questions. And yes, I'm using a secondary phone to try and do this properly. So we're going to start off with a Tom Collier. Who's the best damn tag team on the planet, and why is it Shady and Collier? Conceited bastard. I would say it is you guys, but I would say it for different reasons than most. I say it more of the reasons that I watched you guys develop and grow, and I'm very proud of where you guys have become, and I can always hang my hat on you two. So I'm very thankful and very, very proud of you guys. Let's see. Walter Main. What is my personal favorite promo from the following people? And he gives me quite a list, so I'm going to start just rattling them off. CM Punk, the pipe bomb, hands down. He broke a lot of barriers for a lot of guys, and I can always be happy and proud to be a fan of his. Dusty Rhodes. That I've wined and dined with kings and queens, and I've slept in early and ate poking beans. That stuff is just going to be ingrained in my mind forever. Rest in peace, Dusty. God rest your soul. Roddy Piper. It's not really a promo. It's more of just a line. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. I think that's a line that most of us all know from the cult classic They Live. And rest in peace to you as well, Roddy Piper. Walter Main, of course, you conceited bastard. You want me to pick your favorite promo, or my favorite promo of yours. Your favorite one, or the favorite one I have of you, would actually be the first match I ever had with you in IPW, at IPW Unforgiven, where you pulled the domino trick in the beginning. And when I watched yours before I cut mine, I'm like, there's no way I can beat this guy. And then by the end of it, I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I could beat this guy totally. 0-6. Buckshot. Anything he does, really. I'm a fan of a lot of Buckshot stuff. My personal favorite, probably Tommy Sindel cutting his dick off. That was very early in my career. And when I saw that, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I'm in this place with a whole bunch of crazy psycho bastards with Buckshot's in it. Myself, my favorite promo I've ever done would probably be CPW. I'm sorry, I'm bringing up another EFED here like I just did anyways. My match against Havoc for the World Heavyweight Championship that I won, I put so much emotion into it that I'm glad it was perceived that way, where it almost came across a little bit punkish. Because a lot of I kind of base the franchise a little bit off of Punk. So, I mean, I couldn't be happier with the way that it turned out. Steven Barron. Man, really anything he does is great too, but on a different level than what Buckshot does, just because he's so damn fluid. And I mean no disrespect to my Buckshot, but he's so damn fluid. But just hearing him say, do you understand? And I'm the hardcore champion. And his intros, just with the blunt and the vodka, everything's gold with him. Paul Biello. Damn. I would say the going away one I did, or that he did for me, when he put up, that he was very saddened with me leaving. That really hit me right in my heart, and it's something I'm never ever going to forget. Alright, now we got Matt Meffy and his FMKs. Jesus Christ. FMK, China, Sable, or Tima. I would F Sable, I would marry Tima, and I would kill China, because I don't want VD. Push, Barry, Release, Hornswoggle, The Miz, and Giant Gonzalez. I would push The Miz. I've always felt he was a very underutilized talent. Yeah, he's not that great, but he's very good, and he's been WWE champion before. I don't see why he doesn't get a second push out of that. It's very hard for somebody when they're competing for screen time against people like The Rock. I would bury Hornswoggle because, I mean, it really wouldn't be that hard. He's like 2'6", and I would release Giant Gonzalez. And then more of a related question to what we do: push, bury, release Walter, Baron, or Collier. Whew. I would push Baron. I mean, I think that guy is just pure gold, and I'm not saying it because him and I've been a tag team. I'm saying it because it's the fucking truth. I think that guy is one of the best ones I've ever seen of any people that speak, whether in EFED, pro wrestling, whatever. I think he's truly one of the greatest. I would bury Walter. It's a real toss-up between you and Tom, honestly, because I like you both, but I would bury you just because I have 6 times before, and unfortunately I'd have to release Collier just based off that. Mephi's more serious questions: most underrated and overrated WWE champion. Ooh. Actually, I'd say that's the same person. I'm gonna say that's The Miz. He was very underrated, but at the very same time very overrated. Like I said, it's very hard to fight for screen time when you're dealing with people like Cena and The Rock and stuff like that, and it really hurt his overall, but he's still a decent champion. If you really look at his reign, he was still entertaining. It was just hard to compete with those guys. Most underrated and overrated WrestleMania. It's hard. I would say the most overrated one would be Austin beating Michaels. Everybody kind of seen it coming, and the whole thing with Mike Tyson is just like, meh, alright, whatever. Most underrated, WrestleMania 2000. TLC, enough said. Was there ever a wrestler that you liked that others didn't, or vice versa? In the beginning of Punk's time, when he was in Ring of Honor and he translated over to WWE, I was a big fan, and everybody kind of meh. I was a big fan of him. I was a big fan of Elijah Burke, and I both felt they were very underrated at the time. Now, though, God, I still think Dean Ambrose is underrated for what he gets. Yes, he's had a couple shots at the world title, but he reminds me so much of a mix of like Pillman and Piper that I feel like they really haven't even scratched the surface with a talent like him. Overrated, or the wrestler I felt that I didn't like that others might have, John Cena. I've never liked John Cena, and it's not just because of his 5 moves of doom and stuff like that. I just find him so boring to watch. I mean, his stuff with Make-A-Wish and everything that he does I feel is gold, but overall he's such a worthless talent to me. Let's see. Mephi again, because he's got like 45 fucking questions here. My thoughts on CM Punk's departure from WWE and his podcast explaining why he left. Now, this is a good question. This is probably one of the better questions I've seen. My thoughts on Punk departing from WWE. Very sad. I felt like he was truly one of the greatest that WWE could have ever had. Mic-wise, talent-wise, the dude was just lights out every time he stepped into a ring. I had the honor of seeing him at Raw back in April, I think, of 2012, where Jericho had the Michigan State Police test him for DUI. And he was just so entertaining to watch. But I understand why he left. And I really hope he does good in the UFC. I mean, he's really got an uphill battle against him. But when his first fight does come, you bet your ass I will be finding a way to watch that fight. How do I feel about his podcast? I thought that was an hour, 2 hours of just gold. Him and Colt, they talk so well together, and it seems just like they're old friends. And, you know, yes, they are friends, but it seemed like a conversation you wouldn't have on a podcast. It seemed like a conversation you just have sitting around or at a bar, which made everything feel more original and more unscripted and just more heartfelt. I truly, truly miss CM Punk in WWE, because honestly, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have based the franchise off of him. But I hope nothing but the best for him. He's got a great life, he's got a great wife, and everything he does, he succeeds. So I really, really hope nothing but the best for Punk. Let's see. More of Mephi shit. Who is better, Baron or Cowbell? Baron. I'm not even going to miss a beat on that. Cowbell, I don't mean any disrespect by that, but Baron he's one of the very few people I consider elite. I'm not saying you're not up there, but he is elite talent to me. Favorite Meffy match, moment, and feud, because we all know that guy puts on some quality shit. Honestly, you don't. Meffy, you and I, we've had a couple matches against each other. The one thing that always irritates me when it comes to guys doing promos is the fact of how much they have to use things like Viva Video. Because with me, I feel like if your message is strong enough, you don't need graphics, you don't need color changing, you don't need all that bullshit. And I mean no disrespect to the guys who do, but that's just honestly how I feel. My favorite match with you, or moment, or whatever, I mean, it's really hard to say. If I had to just pick off the top of my head, I'd say your match with me. Because I feel like, and this is going to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, that when I have matches against guys, well, when I used to have a lot of matches against guys, that for some reason they would always have to set that bar a little bit higher because they knew they were in the ring with me. So it was good to see you push to that upper level knowing that you were in there with me. Finally, Meffy's last question, thank God. You're building a promo group from scratch. Choose 5 promo wrestlers you want other than yourself to build the company. You know, this one's actually pretty easy for me. First pick right off the top of my dome is Baron. Let's see, we'll go Baron, Havoc. Let's see. I would say Walter Main. Cody Webb. Wallace Taylor. I know that probably surprises some of you. And Buckshot. Now back to other questions other than fucking Meffy's. Walter Main, promo wrestler that has yet to reach their potential. You. Walter, you have really untapped potential that you don't realize yet. You keep trying these different things. You keep trying to pounce these different characters and different messages. I don't think you found what is you yet, but from what you have, you've done fucking great. I just don't think you found your own potential. Let's see, promo wrestler that deserves more than they've gotten. Me. No, I'm gonna joke on that one. I do kind of think it's me, but I'm not gonna sit there and do that. Promo wrestler that deserves more than they've gotten. Wallace Taylor. He is vastly improved from what he used to be, and I don't even know if he truly competes here in WPW, but if you get the chance, check him out. He plays a Wildman Wally character, and I really am a big fan of what he does. Yes, he is a close personal friend of mine in real life. He does live like 5 miles away from me, but the dude has blown me away since he's been around. Let's see, promo wrestler that is most improved. You, again, Walter. You're getting there. You've been vastly improved. I would say it's a real big tie between you and Dylan Mays. Dylan Mays, when I first started watching him, I thought he was garbage, but he's grown on to me. Let's see, most overrated or underrated promo wrestler. I could go overrated, I really could. I feel like I should save that for if the franchise decides to make a promo. I will go underrated. Most underrated promo wrestler, Cody Webb. Cody Webb is a great young talent who lives in the mid-card, it seems like, and he needs to get that push to the next level. Walter's final question of these ones, because I think he asked me like 14 more. Guy I never faced that I wanted to, Justin Klein. That's a real easy one for me. I have a problem arguing with authority, dealing with authority. My wife hates me a lot of the time because of that. I would have loved to have been able to square off against I gotta back out of franchise mode here. I would have loved to have had a match against Justin Klein and see if he could push me. Let's see, Matt Mullins. Who is your greatest rival in your E-Fed career? Walter Main. We had so many goddamn matches, it's stupid, where the rivalry just kind of started off as a random match between him calling out the Bullet Club, and it ended up becoming a rivalry where I just had fun with it. I didn't think I was going to have fun with Walter, and I ended up having a ball competing against him, and I thank him for that. Dylan Rumor. How damn good is Shady Mike when he has that mask on? You know, Dylan, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna break a little character on even this. I'm not gonna lie. When I first took over the Bullet Club, I didn't really know how long I was gonna keep you. Um, there were some talks, but I really wanted to see if you could prove me wrong. And as soon as you threw that mask on, you fucking did. I'm very proud of your growth and development. Very grateful that I never let you go like I did people like Fluby and Mytholithopith. I'm really glad you proved me wrong. I'm glad that you got challenged enough to do it. Buckshot, your favorite franchise performance to date? The match against Havoc easily set the bar for me. It seemed like that one night was like my CM Punk pipe bomb moment, where I went from like here to here in a heartbeat. And I really thank Paul for that, because he helped push me to that next level. What is my favorite match not involving you in promo wrestling to date? See, that's very hard. For the fact that, I'm not gonna lie, with a lot of new people, I don't watch them. I feel with new people, you have to beat somebody and prove yourself to me before I even take the time to watch your shit. That's why it took a little bit for me to grow onto Dylan Mays. Let's see, favorite match not involving you in promo wrestling to date. I don't know. I don't really have an answer to that. There's quite a few that come into my mind, but there's not one I can really pinpoint on that. So I'm sorry, Buckshot. Buckshot again. Push Barry Release, Paul Biello, Meffy, Walter Main. Push Biello in a heartbeat. Barry, Walter Main, because I already said I'd do it in the other one, and I would release Meffy. Sorry, Meffy. I know you run this place, but sorry. Dylan Mays. I'm reading this and just really. Who, my friend, is simply better than the rest? Me. Mr. Minnick, who will be the next franchise? Nobody. See, when I was reading over these questions before I started getting into recording, this one kind of pissed me off. That's like saying who's the next Punk, who's the next John Cena, who's the next Roddy Piper, who's the next Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's the next Dwayne Johnson. There's nobody that can replace those, and there's nobody that can replace me. I will always be infamous for what I've done and who I am. And I take that as disrespect, but I'm not mad at you. Let's see. Mr. Minnick, why is it that you never faced me? Scared, or scared? No, it's not that I'm scared. It's the fact that I never considered myself the person to fight B-level talent unless it was Seibel or Haney that needed an ass whooping. You have greatly improved since I first watched you. Don't get me wrong, but you're not at my level yet. Let's see. Who is the fastest rising promo wrestler in the game and WPW? I would honestly say you, Dylan Mays. You have been fast rising, absolutely. You've proved me wrong multiple times, as I've stated before. You're getting there very fast, but you really need to check your ego at the door, because I don't want to come back and end your shit. Am I a believer? Yes, I believe like nobody's business. Okay, this stupid bastard. Is it true that you can't cut it anymore? Walter? Meffy? Anybody else want to chime in on that one for me? You tucked your tail and ran when you seen me come onto the scene. No. Simply put, no. Simply. Dylan Mays, if you really want to keep poking the bear, I'm going to end your goddamn career. If you think I'm wrong, ask people like Seibel. People who are BC level talents who spoke at the wrong guy and ended up getting buried 6 feet under for it. Watch what the fuck you say. Let's see. This is more of a statement. Bitch, simply Dylan Mays is simply better than you, Mr. Matt Minnick. Really? 2-time CPW World Heavyweight Champion, WPW World Heavyweight Champion, BST World Heavyweight Champion, IPW Money in the Bank winner, and 2015 CPW Hall of Famer, and you're better than me? Nah, I'm pretty sure my accolades end it for you, buddy. Let's see. Walter Main again. Worst promo anybody ever cut against you? Anton. When Anton and I had a match, I remember the night exactly because it was the NFL draft. I released first, and I got in his head so badly that, because I was telling his mom to go make me a sandwich and stuff like that, that he decided to fucking feed the camera oatmeal and shit, and it was just kind of weird. Best promo anybody ever cut against me? I would honestly say Big T. There's only 2 people in E-Feds who I have a losing record against. And one is Big T, and one is Stephen Barron. So that really catches me off guard on that one, because yeah, they are the only 2 that I ever could not beat. Walter Main, why the fuck could I never beat you? I mean, Walter, I've given you a lot of ideas on how to beat me, or how to beat Barron, but the one thing that people like me and Barron do that you don't, is we make the message feel so personal and so believable that we don't need intensity or anger. And I've told you to kind of check that at the door, and you've gotten a lot better with it, but you're not quite there yet. The greatness of a promo is your message is so strong that you don't need anything else. And you're getting there, but you're not quite there yet. Is there anyone I faced more than you? No. That's pretty straight up. No, I never fought anybody as much as I did you. Did it get tiresome facing you? No. Every challenge was a little bit different. You always changed it up a little bit, but I had to just destroy you every time. Could you beat Big T? No. Big T is one of the few I consider elite. I don't see you at that level yet. Soon, yes. Now, no. How awesome has the feud been with Walter Main and Havoc in IPW? Alright. And I'm not saying it is disrespect, but you need to push higher to hit that level that Havoc pushes people to. Havoc is truly one of those people that can make or break your career, because he made mine. He can seriously push you to that next level. So keep digging. Why am I talking about myself so damn much? Because that's you, Walter Main, bitch, Main. Let's see. Brand Culinary, dude, where's my car? Dude, it's probably here in Michigan. You should stop by and pick it up and see me and have a beer. Ryan again. FMK. Walter Main, the Messiah, or the main man? None. But if I had to pick, F Walter Main, kill the Messiah, and murder the main bitch, because I've already murdered the main bitch at least 6 times. And Matt Meffy, general question, this Q&A is being uploaded tonight. Yes, motherfucker, I'm uploading it as soon as I'm done. Now that I've finished that, thank you all for listening. I know I'm pushing 23, 24 minutes here. I hope I've tried to entertain you. Usually most of my promos are like 3 to 10 minutes. So now that we've double, tripled up, my bad. On that note, I'm coming back. Very, very soon, I am coming back. So Dylan Mays, watch your fucking mouth. I will end you, or I can build you, just like I did Walter Main and Cyborg. I'll let you figure out which one I ended and which one I built. To the rest of you, I'll see you all very, very soon. Franchise is back, motherfuckers. Have a good night, world. Next Q&A will be tomorrow. I don't know who the hell it's with yet, honestly, but stay posted. Peace.